In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to set up Orca Mini 3B model in the Alpaca Ollama client. I would like to, before we get started, just a quick reminder that we are live stream every day. It's 2 p.m. Eastern. You can visit ojambo.com. You go to the watch menu, then the live side menu. You can see topics for this and upcoming tutorials. And also be sure to subscribe, like, follow, and leave comments for more frequent content. Okay, let's continue here. So I'm going to show you. See, I have the Alpaca Ollama client opened up, as you can see here. So and I'll show you. It's obviously running on my own machine, and I'm running Fedora Linux 42 and using the GNOME desktop number 48. However, you can, if you ever wanted to explore local AI models without needing expensive cloud infrastructure, Orca Mini 3B model is a great starting point. It's compact and efficient, open source, large language model, that's LLM, designed for general purpose tasks. In this post, we'll guide you through how to run this Orca Mini 3B using the Alpaca Ollama client by Jeffser, which is intuitive LLM manager. So you see I have the link here for you. So it will take you to the GitHub page, and you can see here it says right here local and online AI hub. So you see there's the code here, and its license is the GPL3 license. That's only for the client. So as you can see, it says here it's an Ollama client where you can manage. So Ollama is obviously a command line tool, but for most people they want something with a GUI and just easy, and this is really easy. Like if you guys have seen my tutorials on how to set up everything from scratch using Python and everything, sometimes it gets really complex even in Podman. So sometimes it's just easier to use a client, especially with a GUI. I know there are some clients which use the web. We'll use some of those in the future. That's because I have the integrated graphic for the Ryzen 5 3600 GT, and I also have the AMD Instinct MI60. They are working very, very well. I'm pretty happy the way they're working so far. So we'll test that in upcoming tutorials. Okay, you can also use third-party AI providers such as Gemini, ChatGPT, and more. But for this one, I'm just going to use the ones which are free and more open source licenses, because they won't have the restrictions. The problem with this proprietary licenses is that they do restrict what you can do with even the type of questions you can request, or request you can from the AI models. So just be aware of that. Obviously for me, I'm just more interested in more coding stuff, so I'll probably be okay, but you know, they could change their minds anytime they want, so that's why I steer clear of them if I can. Okay, so you see the features. You can talk to multiple models in the same conversation. So this is something I was not able to do when I used to have the GTX 950, but now that I have 2 GPUs, I could actually have 3 if I put but that GTX 950, it's the way it runs right now, it's even worse than the integrated graphics, so it's going to stay off the system. You can pull and delete models on the app. I'll show you how to do that. There's image recognition. I haven't tested this one yet. I'll have to test it in a future tutorial. There's document recognition. I've also haven't tested this one yet. This would be really, really fantastic as well for plain text files. We will test this out in a feature as well, code highlighting. There's a few problems with this so far. Hopefully they fix a bug, because last time I ran this, actually last night, just do a quick test, it looks like it used Alpaca 8.0, so maybe those bugs have been fixed. We'll see it when we run it today. There's notifications, import and export chats, delete, edit messages. You can regenerate messages, YouTube recognition, ask questions about a YouTube video. Ooh, using the transcript. Oh wow, okay. I wasn't aware there was that one. And then there's website recognition, ask questions about a certain website, pasting the URL, talk to the cloud. You know what? After we finish the general testing, I'm going to test some of this stuff out. I am very, very, so they have the installation instructions here. So obviously it's Linux based. That's why you can. The recommended way is to run it on Flatpak. and it says there's a live chat mode. What is live chat? A great way of having a live conversation with the models as you're in a call with them. And for that one, you have to get the you have to get the natural conversation. So I'm not gonna. Maybe we'll test that in a future one. Probably don't have time to do that right now. If this goes quickly, we can. I mean, I didn't prepare for that, and obviously you can see the bunch of translations here. And because it's open source, you're free to contribute to them, especially to the translations. For example, I don't see Canadian English. Yeah, just kidding. But you get the point. So if we actually go back up here, where is it here? Releases. So under releases here, actually let me put this here so the people who are on, so under releases here, you can see there's a folder and activities update, Alpaca, 8.8. This is what I was trying to say. You see available activities, new folders, activities. Some of these features already exist in Alpaca previous to the introduction of activities. So you can see here the terminal, SSH terminal, code editor, code runner, attachment creator, camera, audio transcriber, web browser, live chat, a background remove, image viewer, and it fixed the code render. Remember, every time the code has been, it has the syntax looks okay for a second, then it messes up. We'll test all this today, and it fixed some crashes. It didn't really crash on me. I think the prior version to that one did crash. The YouTube transcriber. Okay, you know what? Let's test some of this stuff out today, after we finish the core part. So let's go back to, as you can see here, so we're gonna test some of this stuff out today. So let's get started. I'm gonna leave this, actually I'll leave it here. Where are we? Somewhere here. Okay. All right. So just a quick overview of the application. Once you installed it, you click the menu here. You can import a chat. I'll show you how to do that in a second when we actually create a chat. There's no chat right now. You can manage instances. So right now there's only one instance. You can add another one. Obviously it's an Orca client, so I'm okay with this one. So you can edit this one. For example, you can change the port number. You can turn on the thought processing. You can expose the Ollama to the network, so that way you'll be able to connect to it, I guess, from on your network, like say for example on my phone or a tablet or another computer. You can share the name, show response meta, override parameters, temperatures. I think this actually changed. I think this used to be 0.6, now it's 0.7. That's great. You can seed, context window size, and you can set the timer and override. If you see, let's check out the overrides here. This one I'll show you guys. See, there's this HSA override. GFX version, the CUDA. I no longer have a CUDA because I told you I moved the GTX 950. It only had 2 gigs of VRAM, practically useless for AI. And you see this one, ROCm, that's for the AMD cards. Last night I actually showed you guys how it was installed and working for both the internal iGPU, internal graphics, and also the dedicated one. So I think when I saw the internal one, I think it has 1.5 gigs of VRAM, and the dedicated one has 32 gigs of HBM2 RAM, and you can see here it only detected one of them. So I'm going to assume the one that was detected is actually the Instinct one. But I said we'll check it out, and this is the Orca Mini. That's a default model. So what I used to do before, I never left more than one model because I said the GTX and the system was very not the crash, it was just couldn't handle it. So now I'm able to handle them. So that was the instances. You can go to manage models. You see I have the Orca Mini, so you can that's the one that was added. There's only one, but there's more available. So you can see now I'll be able to actually get bigger models. For example, 7B will be a problem. I can probably get up to like 48B now because I have 32 gigs of RAM. Before I only had 16. So everything is faster. Is it better? Definitely, it's not crashing. So yes. So we test all that stuff out. So and you can see here. So meaning I'm no longer restricted just to the small models. I like the small models for training, but for the other purposes, I'm going to use bigger models. So that this way we tweak them as well. So because now we have the system is much better suited for running AI. All right, so let's start with the first question. The first question, as you guys already know, no AI has been able to get this so far. I've tested. So I said, who's the mayor of Toronto? So I've copy pasted because I don't want to make a mistake, like spelling mistake or something, and not trip it up. So this one I expected to give. So it says the current mayor of Toronto, Ontario, Canada is John Tory. So it got the Toronto, Ontario, Canada part correct, but this is wrong. This was so a little background if you guys are new here. Why do I ask this question? Well, this question used to be a trick question back in, say, 2022 and 3, and I'll tell you why. So during the lockdown, this guy, he insisted on the thing where you only 2 people in an elevator or something stupid like that, because in his condo, which is a luxury condo by the way, they implemented that. What he didn't tell the rest of us in the city is that the condo he was living, the penthouse he was living in, you have your own private elevator. So having 2 people is basically just you and your wife. I'll come back to that in a second. So sometime during the so-called Great Reopening, he found out that he was spending time with his alleged mistress. So this clown, when he told us we couldn't visit clients, we couldn't visit family, friends, and all of that, we could only go out 1 hour per day, either for exercise or for grocery shopping. Preposterous, right? He was spending time with his mistress. So obviously then he stepped down during his term. So that meant that I can't remember how long it was, maybe I don't know, about a year or several months anyway. Toronto didn't have a mayor. So that's why I keep on asking this question. Now, it's been 3 years or so, that's why I keep on asking this question. And this question actually turned out to be a very smart part on my part, because it turned out that I found out that a lot of these AIs, the data set they were using had been trained on ended in 2023, when this guy was still the mayor. So some of the questions you guys have seen in the other tests I've done, they would say, oh, as of 2023. This one doesn't say as of 2023, but this answer is clearly wrong, because the mayor of Toronto today is Olivia Chow. And the answer I was looking for was, when he resigned, you should say the mayor of Toronto doesn't have a mayor because he resigned. So that's why I said it was a trick question before. No, it's no longer a trick question, but I keep on asking it, but no AI has been able to get it correct so far. The only one that I had to train, as you saw, was the GTP Neo. I had to train it a few times. Even then, it was still saying it was John Tory. I had to train it, I think, 20 times before it finally got my answer. Yes, the current mayor is Olivia Chow of 2025. All right, so this is the chat. So you can save it. For example, if I right click on it, you see I can export it, I can duplicate it, or I can rename it. So I don't need this because the answer is wrong anyway, so I can delete it. So if I did export it, then I'll be able to import it in the future, but I'm saying the answer is wrong, so it doesn't make sense for me to keep it, so I'm just going to delete it. The reason I want to delete it as well is because the old GPU wasn't very, and the system wasn't good at keeping up, so that's why I wanted a clear state, so I can ask I can post the next request. I'm curious to see if this has been resolved. Now, the reason why I failed the other AIs, even when the problem wasn't with the AI, the problem was actually with Alpaca client, because it was, as you can see here, you see this $sign for the variable, so that's correct. But when it finished, it will always mess it up, it always remove it. So I still failed it because, think about it, if you're learning and that's the output, so it still failed. So in this particular case, this code looks correct. In fact, I'm going to run this code. So what that means is that you see here I have some screenshots of what I ran before and why I failed it. But in this particular one, it failed, obviously, the first mayor of Toronto. This one, it looks like, you see in the article I said produce incorrect syntax PHP. So that was because as I said before, I was using an older version of Alpaca. So obviously Alpaca version 8 has fixed this problem. And I think, where is it? Where can it show me about? Is there an about? About Alpaca. So you see about, it's 8.00. This one was using the previous, when I ran this, the previous system and the previous version. So it looks like those bugs have been fixed. So that's fantastic. And this code is perfect. So I'm going to grab this code. Since it's actually fine, I wasn't even prepared for it to be working properly. So what's the name of this? Is Orca Mini. So I'm going to make a folder for it. No, what is it? 3B. And it's 3B. 3B. So I'm going to open up a folder for it. I'll show you this in a second. I'll tie it off so you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'll create a folder here just for it. And I'm going to open up in a console. And what I'm going to do is show you what I'm doing, which I'll make the console bigger. So what I'll do is let me clean this first up, clear. And what I'll do is I'll just say ai.py. And I also need to start systemctl space start space MariaDB. Okay, so I could run this somewhere else, but I'm going to open this up in the text editor. I should be able to paste the code in there. Yes. So, so you see here, it says your MySQL database username and password. So the username is Guy for generative AI. And can you guess what the password is? All right, so localhost. What was my request? Oh my goodness, this is actually going to fail. Oh, the database. But there's no, oh, this came so close to passing, but it fails. And here's why it fails. It forgot to put the, it failed for the stupidest reason. It's going to fail because you see this database here, a variable, it didn't create one. Oof. So that's the reason it's going to fail. And just to prove you it's going to fail, it might still, it's going to fail because there's no database. So I'm going to run this. Came so close to passing. So close. So I'll show you here on the command line. So if I type php ai.py, you see it's warning undefined variable database. So it fails. Now I could correct it, but this is not a correcting AI. We want to run the code directly. So that's a fail. So let's go back to, but the syntax is correct. So it says replace username and database with your own variables. Well, where do I put the database? Right? Yeah, so here, to fix this, where are we? So to fix this, I need to create a database variable, this one here. Or I can hard code it, doesn't really matter. So I can say, okay, I can say equals, it's Guy. Save that. Now if I run this again, it will run. You see, there's no error. So it still fails because the code it produced is incorrect. So I can save this, but again it's wrong, so I'm not going to save something wrong, so I'll just delete it. All right, next I'm going to request a screenshot of the GNOME desktop environment. This was never meant to be a trick question, but for some reason it trips up all AIs. I don't know why, it trips them up. So the correct answer for this is that because I am a chat AI or text-only AI, I cannot produce an image, or I cannot get access to your desktop. But that one, I don't like that one because I might be using a different desktop environment. I'm just requesting one for that. Or I've actually tried this on Gemini, the Google one, and that one tells me that it can at least look on the internet and find some free open source. So that's a good answer. That one I didn't think of. All right. So it says, I'm sorry, but as an AI language model, I don't have the capability to take screenshots or use any software to create image. However, I can suggest using screenshot software such as Snagit or Camtasia to record a video of your desktop environment and save it a 1080p a video file. What? What? Okay, so yeah, the first sentence, good enough. But the rest, a video, that is wonky. Okay, so this one is like a half. I'll give it a half. If it left the first sentence alone, it would have passed it. So I'm gonna delete that chat. Oh, sorry, I forgot to read my my request was I need a 1080p screenshot of the GNOME desktop environment. So it failed, or partly passed, wherever you look at it. So I'm gonna request Kotlin code. This one, let's put it here. So I'm saying I need, my request is I need Kotlin code snippet to open the camera using Camera 2 API and place the camera view on a texture view. Now, one thing you'll notice, it's using the GPU, and you can see how fast it's writing the code. If this was the old system, it would be agonizingly slow, even though I'm using a small model. So yeah, so this is really nice. And it was actually much cooler earlier today when I went to pick up the chickens at the Agromart, because they told me, oh yeah, just be the chickens will arrive at 10, and I said, are you sure? Should I wait? No, there's a 10 o'clock. So at about 10:45 I was there, and they said, oh no, they haven't arrived yet. I was like, oh jeez. So I had to come back. So I had to come back and obviously eat breakfast and stuff, water the my fruit trees, and then when I was trying to prepare for today, then they called me, so then I had to go, and the chickens were there. And speaking of the chickens, when I put them inside the hoop coop, the other girls were scared of them, and then they started bullying them. I'm like, come on. So I intervened until they were able to start walking by themselves, exploring. So obviously after this, I'll go check up on them again. So it's finished. I'm going to make a prediction. The code is not going to work, and I'll tell you why the code is not going to work. Now it might work if I'm using an old version of Kotlin or Android Studio. However, you shouldn't be using code that has bugs or things like that. So I'll show you how I know the code is not going to work. First of all, let's go up here. It's using Apache Camel. Camel context. Okay. So the first thing I see up here is I don't see anything about the Camera 2 API. I just realized I think this question is actually tricky because I never said it's for Android. Kotlin now actually has something called multiple MT or TX, meaning that it's cross-platform now, not just for Android. So I should maybe the question is tripping it up. I didn't mean it to be tripped up because Kotlin is known for Android development. That's the actually preferred one by Google. So here we go. It says name equals Camera 2. So use Camera 2 API to take the. Do you see Camera 2 anywhere here? So clearly that's wrong. But you might say, wait, there's more code at the bottom. Okay, so I don't recognize any of this stuff here. So we'll come back to that. And down here, it's using the Apache Camel 2. I've never heard of that before. I don't see Camel 2 API anywhere here. This is all wrong. There's no, you need permissions and everything. This is wrong. What is this? I never knew this. I never knew this existed. What in the world is that? This is the first time finding it out. I gotta find out what that is. Apache Camel is a runtime system which holds together all fundamental concepts of the Apache Camel route endpoint components. It's a framework like Spring, so it's a Java thing. Uh, so, well, here's the thing. Um, this is a fail. Now, this code might work for something, but it's a fail because I said before, Camera 2 API, if you don't know what the Camera 2 API here, I can just say Kotlin and Camera 2 API, just to show you that I'm not nuts. You see Camera 2 API in Kotlin. So it's an Android thing is what I'm saying, that I don't know where this came, and this here is an example by where this doesn't work. But that's neither here and here. So this is wrong, very, very wrong. This is, I think, one of those things they call it hallucinating. Hallucinating. So the answer was sure. Here's Kotlin code snippet that uses the Camera 2 API to open the camera and place it on texture view. See, I even said texture view. Do you see texture view anywhere here? 100% hallucination. And that's hallucination. This is actually hilarious. I didn't expect it to hallucinate, but that's fine. Okay, so that's a fail. This is actually funny. I love this. Look at this. I didn't even see this part here. It says emoji cat face. So it's mocking me. Can you believe this? The AI is mocking me. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. Okay, so let's get out of here. So that's why I'm not saving that chat as well. So the last chat request is, I need a Blender blend file for fire animation. So when I started the Blender Python series, I wanted to see if any AI was able to generate a fire animation for me using Python. Yeah, Kotlin. Yeah, Kotlin. Yeah, Kotlin. Yeah. So it's a programming language. It's a programming language. It's the preferred programming language for Android. You know, when Android started using Java, now they tell you to use Kotlin. Yeah. So where was I here? Okay. So it says here, I'm sorry, but as an AI language model, I don't have the capability to download the access files on the computer. However, okay, I got it. I know. I wasn't sure you were joking. So that's why I said that. I wasn't sure you're joking. However, I can suggest searching online for free or paid blending software that you can use on your computer. If you have any specific requirement or purposes in mind, please let me know. Let me know, and I can provide more guidance. So it got confused because it looks like it's mixing up the word blender with the actual blender. You know, the one where you blend like your smoothies and stuff like that. So that's weird. So now here's the interesting thing. So the first sentence would actually be okay. I'll take that first sentence. No, I didn't. Oh, I didn't get the 3060. I got the AMD Instinct MI60. I got that instead. I might get something like maybe the 4060 in about a couple years. I might do that, or I might stick to yeah. I might stick to what do you call it? I might stick to AMD, or hopefully by then Intel has something decent as well. Yeah. Actually, last night I went over. I actually have a video I did last night when I did some testing of the MI6. Yeah, it has the 32 gig version. I did some testing. I was able to actually install Rock M, and I was surprised that Rock M actually worked on both the integrated graphics and also the MI60. And I'm actually using right now in OBS. I'm actually using the integrated graphics. I'm actually using that for the streaming. I'm streaming live right now, and I'm using the dedicated graphic for recording, and they're working very, very well. If I keep quiet for a second, I'm going to keep quiet for a second. You can hear a little hum. don't know if you could hear that. It's a very slight hum. That's the dedicated GPU. I got a shroud for it. I explained that last night in a video. There's also a short version. It should be live right now as well. Now, speaking of the GPU, the dedicated one, when I plugged in the shroud, it was making so much noise. I found out later that the shroud fan was running at 14,000 RPM. So it was really loud. It was like a jet engine taking off. It was super loud. So I went into the BIOS and I dropped it down to about 7,000. It was better, but still loud. Dropped it down to 5,000, at least better. I could sit for a few minutes, but it was really annoying. I went down to 4,000, better, but there was a little annoying sound, just like a very what do you call it? It's like a silent screeching sound, which is annoying. So I went down. Right now I think it's at 3,900 or something. I'm happy with that because I can actually stay here. Yeah, so it's called a fun shroud. So I'll show you here. If I go to Jumbo here, and I'll show what it looks like. You see, I did the unboxing yesterday here. I'll show you. I think I took some pictures here. So this is the AMD Instinct MI60. See, this is the shroud I got. It's fitted on top of the GPU, and you see this is the system before I installed it. I did take some more pictures. Yeah, they're in the video. I took some more pictures of what the shroud. Actually, here I'll show you. We do have some time. I think I still have them. I didn't delete them yet. Just a second. Right. Yeah, they were loud, very, very loud. I think it's this one, build. Yeah, here it is, build. Just a second, I'll show you this. So you can see, open up. Let's make sure it's here. Just going very quickly. Just putting the system together. Yeah, so this is the shroud here. I took several photos of it, and that's the Instinct. And I think I also took a picture when I put it inside the system, or maybe I did not. Yeah, because I was cutting my fingers, which I really, really dislike. Yeah, so that's it there. Yeah, that you're right. That fan is loud. Wow, it's very, very loud. And couldn't get a MI60 on eBay. Oh wow, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm very happy with it. I also when I used the same case. So what I did was it had only one fan, so I bought 5 more fans and I plugged all of them in, and it's actually pretty cool. Like when I put my hand on the outside of the GPU, I can feel like the air is, yeah, it's definitely cool. It's pretty cool, and because I'm using the AMD Ryzen 5 5600. It already comes with the stock cooler. It doesn't produce as much heat, so that's perfectly fine. No problems at all. It's pretty cool, and it's quieter. Even with that, it's still quieter. Very happy with that. Okay, so we're done here. So we just delete this, and we're done. So as I said before, in the future I promised we'll do some testing here. So let's see if we can do some quick testing. Where was it here? I don't know how to do this, so this is I might be wrong here. Where would that be? I should manage tools. Let's see, maybe it's a manage tools. Oh, here we go. So you can image background remover. I don't know if that's a separate tool or if it's part of the AI that does that. It's not very specific here. So let me take an image I have and I'll see if I can remove the background. I haven't tested this yet, so this is the first time you guys are watching this in real time. So do I have that folder left here? Oh, I closed it. Okay, so we don't need this anymore since this failed. Let's go to my pictures here. Do I have a picture I can move a background? Yeah, let me take this off here. Downloads. Let's see, case. Oh yeah, okay, a very simple one. This is a very simple one. You see this one? It's WebP. What do you call it? The box of the case. So I'm gonna try this one. So let's see. I'll turn this on. Spotify controller. Okay, without the run command, web search. Okay. What was the other one it said it could do? It said it could check the website for stuff, but okay, I'm gonna try this one. How do I run that? Oh, run, of course. Oh, okay, so it was in downloads, case, this one here. Let's see, open that up. Let's see if it removes the background. It says background removal tool. To use this tool, you need to download a special model. Okay, I will accept it. So you guys will learn more. So let's see how long it takes to do that. It's called UNet Lite. It's 5 meg. Oh, okay. All right. So let's see. But shouldn't you run models with 3B if you now have? Yes. That's correct. I said I'll run bigger models now that I have the obviously the GPU and the system to run them. As I said, this was when I wrote the article for this. I was still running the old system, so this was in the pipeline. So obviously, the next time I run any AI stuff, it will be on the new system. I was testing this because I wasn't sure the iGPU would handle it, or I wasn't sure when I would install the GPU, because they said the shroud would arrive on the 27th of this month. So that's why I was probably going to still use the old system. So that's why I said I still have the small model. And another thing happened, as you saw, the software updated. So that's another big difference. The software looks like it's faster, not just because I have a new system. They fixed a lot of bugs. That's pretty good. I mean, I can run Gemma 27B or 23B on my 3090, which only has 24. Yeah, so that's correct. So if I have 32, I should be able to run 48B models. And also because I also have extra RAM, I mean 32, because before I had 16 on just the not the VRAM, just regular RAM, only at 16 gig. So I should be able to run, if something is quantized pretty well, I might be able to run something even slightly bigger than that. Alright, so this is taking way too long. I can actually move the background much faster in GIMP, and I'll prove it to you. So I'm going to open up GIMP. I don't know if that's a bug, so I'll open up with GIMP. And I'll show you how I can move the background much faster than whatever this guy is taking. So where's GIMP? Okay, I'll do a conversion. I'll make it smaller here and I'll show you. So what I'm going to do is to remove this background. Don't worry about that. I can use actually this tool here, the fuzzy selector, or I can use select by color. So let's use the fuzzy selector and make sure I give it a transparency. Oh, they already have a transparency layer. So with that selected, delete, done. Why would I use that AI? You see how quickly that is? Yeah, I'm done. It's the same image, and you see the image size. It tells you at 608 by 760, so it's not a large image. And this guy is still running, so I'm guessing that it still needs some help there. Yeah, it's still running. Like literally, how long did that take me? I just grab the tool, click, done. Right? Yeah. So as they say, always use the best tool for the job. So there we go. So what was the other stuff? There's a web browser. Okay, so how do I cancel this? So this is a fail. Oh, it did work. Okay, so it actually did work, but it looked like it looked like it didn't work. So the background was removed. It's just that I guess it doesn't have a prompt to tell you, hey, we're done. Okay, so what else can we do here? Recipe. Get a recipe by the meal name. Get the current date. Really? What advanced features do you use for running LLMs? I'm just getting started with that. I said right now I just have the um, I've just started because the old system wasn't powerful enough. So I'll need to use something obviously that supports the AMD as well. But I think when I did some Google searching, there was what do you call it? Forgot the name. The one that has Rock M. I think there's also some specific ones that were patched by AMD. So as I said, I do not know yet, but I said once I get, I'll let everybody know once I get into that. Because right now I said that the things I've been doing have been without the GPU because that GPU, the too big VRAM was, I said, useless. So now I'll be able to use them, but I said I do not know yet because I haven't actually started. The system is just basically 24 hours. Okay, so I haven't had time to do all that. I just make sure for my normal use cases it does work first. I'm wondering why in the world would you need to get the current date and time? Can somebody explain this to me? Can't you just look at, say, your watch, your phone, your computer, your laptop? Why would you need something to get the current date and time? Am I missing something? I must be missing something here. The recipe one makes same. This recipe is a category exact web search. Search for a term using the built-in web browser. Okay, and request to run a command using SSH to connect to a device. Why can't I just SSH on a command line? I must be missing something here. Yeah, yes, that's correct. Yeah, it can solve more complex problems, I guess. But yeah, and then this Spotify control. Okay, this one kind of does make sense. Okay, so those are the tools. What else do we have in here? Preferences. Let's go to preferences. So you can run Alpaca in the background, show power, save a warning. Prefer to use tools. Always use tools when sending a message. Regenerate response after editing message. Okay, that's off. And max image size. Okay, maybe. No, it's okay. So maybe that's why it took so long. Oh, audio speech recognition. It's using the 155 MB. Oh, that's actually pretty good. When I was running the old system, I think it was using a very, very tiny one. I can't remember how small that was. Speech recognition, obviously English. Auto send message after talking. Oh, you know what? Let's test this one out. Okay, let's see what else is in here. Keyboard shortcuts, manage tools, manage models. Okay, so here. I'm gonna use the audio. See how good this is. I have to download a model as well. Sheesh, speech model. I wish it made it clear. Do you have a Telegram? Yes, I do have. Actually, I do have both Telegram and Discord. I just signed up for Discord. I had to do something for the bat to get my bat. Oh, I didn't realize your bot Telegram and Discord. I guess though Discord, I had to do something for the bat and get bad. Oh, I didn't realize your body Telegram. I guess so. Discord, I had to do something for. Okay, I better stop talking. All right, let me switch this off. That's actually pretty bad. The funny thing is, I actually created a tutorial. Let's go back here. I actually created a tutorial very recently. Let me see where it is. I created a tutorial using the Whisper on the old system. Which one was it here? I guess on page 2. Where was it? Come on. Yeah, automatic speech recognition AI using Whisper. I used the Whisper tiny English model and I got way better results than this one here. So this is a bigger model than the one I got. I used the tiny one and you can see I just run it in Podman and you can see here's the code and you can see the start stop. So it records my voice. Now, to be fair, there was a slight delay. Obviously, I was using the old system, but it was way more accurate. Obviously, I did more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did like a couple sentences. It was very, very accurate. It was way better than this one and more accurate. That is weird. All right, so where are we here? Is there anything else? What is this? Okay, let me grab the same image. Actually, yeah, let me get rid of that chat first. How do I delete this chat? Okay, so let me grab the image. I don't know what it's going to do here. This model might not be compatible with image recognition. Oh, because it's a WebP. So let me try something really simple. I will look for Tux Penguin. Yeah, Tux Penguin, the JPEG. Oh, PNG file. And you see it's 77 kilobytes. Okay, let's try that one. This model. What model is? Then what model? Oh, this is for. I guess it needs text. Let me see if I have something which has text in it. Okay, that'll be way too complex. I don't think I have any text. Should have prepared for this. You know what? Maybe that'll be for a future tutorial. I'll see if I can grab something which has text. Oh, here we go. I have the logo. This is in downloads. Let me see if I can do the Ojambo Services logo. Let's see that one. It's in downloads and logo. Very simple logo. Let's see if it detects that one. this image. Oh no, not compatible with. Oh my goodness. I think. Okay, that is weird. Okay, let's. That is hilarious. No, I know. I said I will prepare. I'll prepare a bigger model. I'm not sure which one to do next, so I'll do a research. Obviously, I'll get a bigger one, maybe one of the biggest ones, and I'll take care of that. So let's finish this up here today. You guys saw the results. If you want to learn more Python, I do have 3 resources. You can get the Learning Python book on Amazon, link in description. There's also a Learning Python course on ojamboshop.com. Link is also in description. If you want one-on-one Python tutorials, I'm available at ojambo.com/contact. And if you need help installing LLM models, especially Orca Mini 3V, available at ojamboservices.com/contact. So my final thoughts: running your own LLM like Orca Mini 3V puts powerful AI tools in your hands, right on your own device. With tools like Alpaca, you don't need to be a machine learning expert to get started. Paired with Python and the right balance, guidance, and possibilities are endless. So just to conclude, this is probably going to be the smallest model I'm going to be using for a while, now that I have a GPU that's capable of doing. Okay, sure. I'll add you to Discord, and I'm actually more on Telegram. So I actually don't know how to get my. Here, let me see if I can get my Telegram. Just a second here. I actually prefer to use it using the. Let's see, Telegram. What is my profile? How do I get my username on Telegram? Settings. Huh, it's weird. I also, does anybody know how to get my username on Telegram so you can find me? Or do you have to search for my name? I'm not sure here. Huh, that's weird. Okay. Yeah, I'll add you on do you have your Telegram as well? If you have Telegram, you can tell me, I can add you. I'm actually in Telegram right now. I'm using the web interface. I'm actually there right now. Yeah, I'm looking at the settings. I can't figure out where. Oh, general settings. No, it's not in general settings. Yeah, give me your Telegram. I can add you right now. I'm just checking, just trying to check to see how to. I think I even made a Telegram page, and I can't find it as well. That's not it. Okay, who can see me? My contact. Blah, blah, blah. Show my chat name. Okay, yeah. So what is my chat? Okay, let me look at the chat. Maybe it will actually show what my chat name is. I'll see some of the chats here and see what it says. Nope, it doesn't tell me. Okay, yeah. Tell me a Telegram. Or you can just search. Just search for. You can search for Edward or Jumbo. That's it. On Telegram. Oh, I think it's just Edward. That is so weird that I can't figure it out. All right. That is weird. Okay, I have to go. Okay, so I got distracted here. Okay, let's finish this up. Sorry about that. This is taking longer than I expected. So, quick reminder: I do a live stream every single day. It's at 2 p.m. Eastern. You're free to join the chat. Obviously, post your requests, and I'll try my best to honor them. And also, be sure to subscribe, like, follow, and leave comments for more frequent content. All right, so I'm going to end this live chat, and I will add Spet. I'll add you to. I'm never on Discord, but I'm definitely on the yeah, I can't speak on Telegram. Yeah. So let me see if you exist on. Yeah, I'll try to add you. Let me see here. Let me do a search. What in the world? Are you is that you? Oh no, that looks like a channel. That's not what I want. Man, he's not one subscribe. Okay, that's not. All right. Yeah, I can add you on Telegram. What's your Telegram thing? I can look for you as well. I'm searching here. My profile. Just so it shows message. Oh, let me try the phone. Oh, I think okay, there we go. So let's see. I'll search for that. Oh, there we go, Jumper W. There we go, I'll say hello. There you go, I've sent you a message, hello. All right. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna stop this chat. So if you want to continue chat, I'll be around for a while before I go outside, look at the chickens. I have to go check on the chickens because the new chickens were being bullied. So I have to make sure they're not bullied too much. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next live stream, which will be tomorrow. Bye for now.